Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Weekly Stoke. I hope you've been enjoying all this consistent content that we've been providing recently, and I'm super excited to be able to continue to find good guests and be able to answer any questions you may have. So if there is a topic that you are interested, please put it in the comments below, and we'll find an expert to make sure that we get you the information that you need, because we do love our sync community. But today, I'm pretty excited to have Geof on back again, our awesome founder and CEO, because he's going to talk to us a little bit about development in the pipeline and how sync can play a huge role in that. Because, of course, to us, the athletes are the most important part. And so, Geof, welcome. Thank you for coming back.
Thanks for having me, Parker. Always a
So,
pleasure.
with that being said, the sync team and the sync athlete fund are things that we do to help push and help our athletes find ways to find success. Because in the end, the sport is of a hundredth. You're working with your equipment, you're working with your technique and your tactics, you're working with your coaches, but you're also working with your team and your support system. And so for us to be able to provide any additional support, that seems like a no-brainer. So to get started, can you explain what the sync team is and what the sync athlete fund are, and when you created them and why you created them?
Absolutely. No, I think you kind of nailed the intro there. And Sync Team, there are two initiatives, right? So let's start with Sync Team. Sync Team was founded in 2014, basically right at the onset of when we created Sync. This is an initiative to really kind of develop grassroots support in ski racing and really get athletes outside of their club, thinking outside beyond their club, and kind of get a national representation of junior athletes from U16 to U21 who are really have committed to the sport. A lot of times junior athletes have a decision to make young in their, in those development years of, okay, which sport am I going to kind of pursue? And so we've identified and worked with, and athletes who have applied to the Sync team have really identified that ski racing is an important part of who they are, their identity, and where they want to go. So we, although they apply, we select them and kind of go through an interview process to identify, 10 to 12 athletes per season, really. And it's kind of, there's about a couple hundred applicants each year. So it's quite competitive to land a Sync team spot. And we always say, once you're on the team, you kind of are on it. You're part of the Sync family. You're on it till something goes haywire, or you graduate into college, right? Or go on to the US ski team, which many of the athletes currently have. And so I think it's to that extent, it's a really kind of unique, play into talking to junior racers who have committed to the sport and starting to kind of really develop their network and ability to kind of work with a sponsor or a partner and kind of educate them as we kind of grow together. That's kind of the Sync team in a nutshell. I think that it's we really, I think, hang our hats on kind of the success of it over the years, just being, they've helped us create product. We help them kind of build their brand, their personal brand, so that, they're more marketable to other sponsors, or whether it's colleges or what have you. But I think it's been a really successful way to sort of get Sync out into markets that, whether it's, Southern Vermont and Stratton, we launched, we had a few kids out there, or, whether it's out here in our hometown of Vail, or, Sun Valley, or, it's all over the country. So it's not unique to demo or geography. So we love to have a unique representation nationally for the Sync team. Any questions on the Sync team immediately?
So it's pretty cool that together the Sync team combines a bunch of athletes from all over the country, like you mentioned. And so that being said, it's creating this type of community. How do you apply to join that community? And can it be anybody? Like you said, there are 100 people. Is there stuff particularly that you're looking for, or is it really just those passionate athletes that really want to see skiing take off in their life?
Yeah, we try to open it up to everyone who's, willing to kind of put themselves out there, pursue skiing at a high level, ski racing. And, we like to work with athletes who are U16 to U21, as I said, and that's just kind of a sweet spot that we've found that has, it's easy to communicate with each other on that level. And, there's less, kind of parenting on the, that's when parents get involved, then it gets a little complex. And so we like to kind of treat the athlete as, an individual, and, really kind of put the onus on them and make sure that they're responsible and accountable for everything that they do. So yeah, it is a passionate athlete who's pursuing ski racing at a high level, and is committed to the sport, and wants to succeed. And I think that, they don't have to be winning, junior championships or anything, but it's, it's something that they've, earmarked ski racing as an important part of their life and want to continue to do it for a long time. So, anyone, like I said, anyone can apply. The application's live on our website year round. We sort of pick the team around early June, first week of June, and then kind of announce it later in the summer. But so yeah, applications are open now and you can go apply.
Well, that's exciting. And it seems like, too, people should understand what an incredible experience you gain as an athlete to be able to learn these skills like networking and working with a brand and building your own brand image. That's something that you can't get everywhere, and a really good addition to your ski racing career and the path of learning that you're on through this time. So it's really great that we've created this program. Where do you see the program going? What is your vision for the Sync team, and how do you see it playing out over the next couple of years, as it's especially gaining a lot of momentum?
Totally. It's a great question. And I think that, people definitely are aware of the Sync team, especially in kind of local communities, whether it be Vail or Colorado. And I think it's lesser known in kind of the West or the East, but still somewhat known. And I think that like we would love to kind of create a little bit more brand awareness as far as the program goes. I think it's such an important initiative to helping build the brand of Sync. And, we really, we always kind of say this, but we sort of give the complete control of the brand to the athletes. And these athletes ultimately, these 10, 12 athletes somewhat dictate where the brand goes over the next, few years. So ultimately they really do have a lot more control than you would ever think in a brand. Being a 17, 18-year-old kid, and being there are eyes and ears on the ground out on the hill, and it's sad to say, but I don't get onto the hill as much as I used to anymore, and I still love getting out there and talking to these athletes. But ultimately they're the ones kind of bringing new product ideas, cool things they saw in Europe or South America or wherever it may be, whether they're training, or if it's in their local Vermont club. But they kind of bring those ideas and unique perspectives back to us so that we can sort of identify and filter out whether it's an opportunity to pursue. I mean, I think it's an important part of kind of how we've built the brand. And I think the vision, I guess, is to keep it as a part of the brand as long as possible and into eternity, hopefully. It's such a unique program. And I think that the athletes that are part of it sort of benefit greatly, probably, but we benefit more from their participation, right? Just because like they're the ones kind of helping us create product that actually needs to be, that needs to be developed, not just kind of filling a gap that we think that needs to be out there. So yeah.
Such a strong partnership, the ability to have an athlete work directly with the company and try and create this relationship that you go back and forth working on each other's needs. It's really a really special program. So I guess that's a really good way for us to pivot to what the Sync Athlete Fund is, which is another initiative that we have created. And what is the goal of that? Kind of same questions. When was it founded? Why was it founded? What's it trying to do?
Yeah, so the Sync Athlete Fund is definitely the lesser known of the two initiatives that we sort of have to support grassroots ski racing. And the Sync Athlete Fund was founded in 2018, was the first year, and it's in partnership with the Team America Foundation. So we deliver individual grants to need-based athletes for training purposes, travel purposes, anything to support their ski racing career. And so that application is online as well. And it's definitely a different program than the Sync team, where it's not necessarily, you're part of this team oriented program, but it's more about kind of accessing the funds available to, the past 2 years, we've given out, I believe it's $50,000 in individual grants to athletes. And so literally anyone can apply. If you have a need for any type of training expense or travel expense or camp expense. These are funds that are meant to help you pursue, like I said, pursue careers in ski racing that are, you're dedicated to the sport. We've identified that you are a consistent performer and want to, succeed and be better at your sport. These are the type of athletes that apply. The one unique thing is that one of the reasons why we built this program and the genesis of it is due to kind of that sync team being, really once you kind of make the US team or kind of move on to college ski racing, it's, you sort of got dropped from, our relationship changed, right? It's definitely a different relationship with the brand. So the Sync Athlete Fund really gives us a way to kind of keep talking to these athletes, whether they will go on to Middlebury or UVM or wherever, kind of DU. It doesn't matter where they go, whether it's college or the US ski team. We've worked with D team athletes and some, now that the C team's fully funded, but it's, that we still have a relationship with a lot of Sam DePratt's a good example, back when he was working with the team, it's like, these athletes still have a gap. And so helping fill that gap is a really important is the vision for the Sync Athlete Fund. And we're super stoked. It's kind of, I think the next progression is, again, kind of developing that brand awareness is, I think a lot of people don't know about it. And I think that if they knew about it, they'd applied. But so now I think this next phase is we've got it off the ground. It's worked, it's proven out, but now it's kind of exposing it to all the athletes who need those funds or, want to apply for that. So.
Yeah, it's a really incredible pipeline there as well, where you can work with the Sync team and then maybe, like you said, move to college, move to the US ski team and have this opportunity to continue that relationship with Sync, which is what, again, we've talked about in this interview already, how important that relationship is. And so then it's great that you can continue this pipeline, continue working with the company, stay with someone that you're loyal with as you move through your ski racing career. It doesn't stop when you go to college or if you go to the team. So it's really great to be able to talk about these resources that are now available and have been available to the Sync community and to anybody who else wants to join this community. And so, Geof, it was really great to have you on today and to share this information with everybody, because I think it's something that, like you said, let's build the awareness. Let's get this out there. Let's show people that there are resources that they can take advantage of and apply for. So thank you so much for taking the time. And while I have you on here too, we're really excited to share some of our thoughts from some of our Sync team athletes that have actually made the D team this year and are really excited to continue on with their progression and still be loyal Sync community members, but then take their skiing to the next level with the US ski team. So those clips will play now. And then everybody else, it's really great to have you back on this week. Again, please comment if there are any topics that you're interested in hearing about, and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll catch you all next time. Thank you.
Thanks, Parker.
Hi, my name is Dasha Romanov, and I was a member of the Sync team for the past 5 years. This season, I was nominated to the US ski team, which I couldn't be more excited about. I just wanted to thank the Sync community and family for all of the support they've given me over the past years. I couldn't have made it this far without you guys.
What's up, guys? This is Bucket from the US ski team. I was a Sync team member for 5 years, so Sync has been a really big part of my career, and I think they've helped me so much during this time by providing the fastest suits, the best looking coats and pants, obviously, and just being involved in the great community that Sync has. So I'm so grateful for Sync, and I hope everyone will get on the train.
Hi, I'm Beauclock. I was a part of the Sync team for 2 years, and this year I was nominated to be on the US ski team, which I'm super excited about. I would like to thank Sync for being such a supportive community over the past years and helping me achieve my goals.
Hello, my name is Jay Poulter. I've recently been nominated to the US ski team, and last year was my first year on the Sync team, and they really hooked it up with the gear. They make some high quality products that makes it easy to go every day into training, knowing that you're looking the best and you're going fast.
Hi, my name's Ava, and I was on the Sync team this past year. I recently found out I was nominated for the US development team, and I'd really like to thank Sync for all their help and support to get me there. So, thanks, Sync.